On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Seattle Mariners. Well, Singy, we get to see one of the hottest hitters in the league today. Quite the streak he's riding.
Seriously, Boog, he's been on fire at the plate. A major boost for this team, and I enjoy seeing greatness on display, and this guy just gets it done.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. And the pitcher for this one, M.Boyd.
Well, I'm interested to see how he deals with right-handed hitters in this one. Righties are batting over 300 against him, so they're not being fooled by really anything. He's going to have to find a way to change up his delivery, change up his look, somehow get them off of his primary pitches and even those secondary pitches. So we'll see how he does it in this one.
Stepping up for the Guardians, T.J. Friedl. Ripped on the ground to second. Throws to first. One up, one down. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Batting seventh, someone they're hoping breaks out in this one, Jhonkensy Noel.
Well, there's no doubt he's an important bat for them and one they want to get going as soon as possible. Now, with that said, it's important that he doesn't let that pressure just snowball and get out of control. I'm just looking for good at-bats from him today and see what the outcomes are.
Gunnar Henderson batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with two pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Nice grab, and they get the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 4, George.
Here's George Springer. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Just off the inside edge. 2 outs, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. So now the Mariners offense gets to go to work for the first time. We've got no score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And getting to start, M.Liberatore. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
And now for Seattle, Trey Turner. That one laced to center and a base hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. And now, let's see if they force some action.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second and great jump. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Fly ball well struck. Back there. Forget it. He sends it out of here. Homer number 20. 5 on the year, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 2-0.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Trout. Big-time power. He's third in the AL in home runs. Foul ball.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a miss.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Inside, almost got him. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning here in the second game of the series. Next pitch misses. The count now 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Inside, and it's a full count. And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won a round.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Freddie Freeman, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Vientos hauls it in, 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving him.
And now we check out the Mariners lineup. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Michael A. Taylor at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. And a swing and a miss there. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge swing and a miss, that retires the side, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Boyd back to work. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third, and it stays fair. Next is the designated hitter, Heston Kjerstad.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Chance to extend that hitting streak to 10 games here.
Inside.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And that one popped in the air, left field. Taylor makes the grab, 1 down. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. Boyd, 34-year-old vet, and he's playing today in his home state of Washington. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Quickly to second for 1. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Mariners 2 and the Guardians nothing. Back in Seattle, bottom of the inning. Josh Bell at the plate now. And that's outside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
He goes down looking. Here's Kike Hernandez. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Fouled off left side. One down, base is empty. Swings through that.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Caro down to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Friedel makes the play, and it's out number 3. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
He changed up right there. Just pulled the string.
Next offering misses, and the count 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And a swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Jimenez launched a homer in his most recent game. Left-hand batter waits. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Edgar Caro digs in for the Guardians. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
Hit on the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. The throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Guardians fail to score. They trail it here 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Mariners catcher, Freddie Fermin. And the first
Ball one, no
offering is
strike.
not close. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Turner now. On the ground to short. And that squirts through. So a man aboard now with one away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Slash foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Turner runs. Jimenez throw to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Now Trout gets a chance to hit.
The right fielder, Mike Trout.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With two outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Comes up empty.
0-2 is the count.
Turner at second with two down. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hand, it's going to be very difficult for that hitter to get the barrel to it.
Outside low. And the count is 2-2. Runner at second, two down. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. One hit, one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Mariners 2 and the Guardians nothing. Back at T-Mobile Park, on to the fourth. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, T.J. Friedl. There's the strike.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Struck him out looking.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
And now it's going to be Gunnar Henderson. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And a foul ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 4, George.
2 outs, base is empty. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And another ball. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Trout ranges back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Bottom four, here is Freddie Freeman. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Strike one.
Well, made it so comfortable for his club to secure that win. Very fresh team today, and it doesn't have to be all on him, but the way he's been swinging it, I expect him to have another big one.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Throw to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And up next for Seattle, Michael A. Taylor. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. Did not go. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's down and in.
2.
And that is downstairs. 3-1 now.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
That one missed. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. That ends the inning. Mariners go down quietly there as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Boyd back to work. Ball one there. Hernandez, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former home run derby champ. The next offering misses, and that's ball 2. And that's down and away.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And up next for Cleveland, Heston Kjerstad. He's 0 for 1. Check swing of the first pitch. Look down to third. Nope, he held back. Next offering is in for a strike. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Hernandez on at first. Nobody out. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. On the ground. Could be 2. Good feed. That's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Mark Vientos digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Outside.
Outside.
Ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
On the ground. McNeil. Over to first.
He's out.
What a play.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
So in now for Cleveland, John Kenzie Noel.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Hard hit left side. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. One left for the Guardians, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Enrique Hernandez. And that's a fair ball. And he can't come up with it. Makes the turn and heads for second. Still manages a throw, but he's in there easily.
Wastes no time there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next to the Mariners.
And now for Seattle, Freddie Fermin. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Action in the pen down there. Tyler Rogers getting ready to go. Strom, the lefty, warming up as well. That one misses. Going to count 1-2.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. And it's second. And he grounds one back up the middle. Jimenez throw to first. And there's 2 away.
The batter number 7. Shortstop.
Trey Turner with a chance now. He's 2 for 2. Called strike right there.
That's a good pitch there.
0-1's the count.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it,
Oh, that's
you get a broken
outside.
bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Check
Ball
swing,
2.
and he held up. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, baseball's coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
2 outs. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Byron Buxton would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. That one the other way. Base hit and a run in to score.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. MLB won't go any further tonight. Not a bad effort, but he exits on the hook for the loss. New pitcher on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on now, Tyler Rogers.
71.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitched so far this season.
Here's Byron Buxton. Turner runs. Foul ball there. Runner goes again. On the ground to third. Fair ball. Around second is Turner. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now batting, Mike Trout. 0 for 2 in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
No ball,
Well, you got the
strikes.
hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss
No,
and get through this at bat.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 4. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Andres.
That's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
Right through there, got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Edgar Caro digs in for the Guardians. Grounded out to short in his first trip. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. The Guardians down by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Throws to first in time. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Back to the top of the lineup, and now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. First pitch just misses. This one in the air, right field. Trout is there. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Mariners 4 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. And the batter now, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Up the middle. Slings to first, and Freeman is retired. Now the left fielder, Michael A. Taylor, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Going around.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Strike 2.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Hard on the ground to first. Noel takes it himself, and a couple of quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Josh Bell.
Josh Bell.
And first offering is fouled off. That's inside.
Inside.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one to first. Oh, he gloves it from his knees. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Back in Seattle, and now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
And ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Inside.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman takes it himself,
He's out.
and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's fouled off. One down, base is empty. That's in there. That is strike 2. Ripped to short. That takes care of Springer. Two outs, base is empty. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Teoscar Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off. Curve in the dirt. The Mariners leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Guardians go down 1-2-3. They're down 4-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, here's Kike Hernandez.
Third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
That one fouled off. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count is 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, base is empty. And stepping in for the Mariners, Freddie Freeman has grounded out a couple of times. And that one pulled foul. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Out towards right center field. Springer on the move. Brings it in. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Heston Kjerstad. Boyd back to work. Inside, just missed. So he's back out to begin the 8th. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's thrown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
That's off the mark. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boyd into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Mark Vientos. Right through there for a strike. Pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now, Jhonkensy Noel. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the second baseman, Andres.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And that one is inside ball 1. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Hit on the ground to short. Turner. That's out number 3. Guardians lead 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Hector Neris.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
Here's Trey Turner, 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And up next for Seattle, Byron Buxton. He's already homered in this game. Turner runs. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Turner leads off second with nobody out. And that just misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Cody Funderburk up and throwing. Strom warming up as well. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
Trapp now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
The first baseman, number 5.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 3 in this one. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Man at second. Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Edgar Caro.
And that is out of play. That's down and in. A slider missed. Hit in the air, center field. Buxton moves under it, and there's one down. He's 2 outs away. TJ Friedl digs in for the Guardians. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. On a line, base hit. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Now here is Gunnar Henderson. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Last out for the Guardians in this one. Stepping in, George Springer. Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 balls.
Squirts away a little bit. Two outs. Chopped out towards short. Trey Turner gloves it, and that'll do it.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.